start at the lake here in the next few minutes. It is capable of producing winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. A little heavy rain and penny-sized hail is possible, if not a little bit bigger hail. There you can see the storm track of where it will be heading in the next couple of minutes. Again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Pushmataha and Choctaw counties. The storm moving at 50 miles per hour to the northeast. Again, heavy rain, cloud to ground lightning, and penny-sized hail are possible with this storm. And it is possible that we could see a few more of these storms pop up as we go through the evening hours. Of course, we'll keep you updated, and I'll have your complete forecast coming up a little bit later.
All right, we'll check back in with you, Megan. Thank you. The fire danger, however, is still high. Volunteer firefighters spent 3 hours this afternoon fighting this grass fire in Grayson County. It started around 1:30 on private property off FM 2729 and Old Ida Road. Firefighters from Bells, Whitewright, and Tom Bean kept the flames from spreading to homes nearby, but several acres of grass and trees were burned. Firefighters believe a campfire may have started this one. Just a reminder, the burn ban is in effect for Grayson, Fannin, Cook, and Lamar counties, along with every county in Oklahoma. A 12-year-old is in critical condition after a wreck that injured 2 more teenagers. The accident happened around 10 last night on a county road just north of Lone Grove. Troopers say the 16-year-old driver was going too fast when his vehicle went off the road, eventually crashing into a telephone pole. Thomas Everett of Lone Grove was taken to the hospital in stable condition. A 15-year-old passenger, James McLaughlin, was hospitalized in serious condition. A 12-year-old in the car, Gage McLaughlin, was critically injured. He had to be flown to an Oklahoma City hospital. A Duncan man is dead after a fiery crash in Stevens County. Troopers say Vincent Anthony Romero was killed in the wreck just after 8:30 last night. According to OHP, Romero may have fallen asleep at the wheel of his pickup truck. He drove off the road into a tree. The truck then caught fire, and Romero was pinned inside. A Chickasha firefighter critically injured battling wildfires in Stevens County is fighting to stay alive. The mother of Destry Horton says her son's arms were amputated this week and that he may also lose a foot. Horton remains in critical condition at the Integris Baptist Medical Center in Oklahoma City. The 32-year-old suffered burns to about 50% of his body when he was trapped by a wildfire near Duncan on March 1st. On the crime beat, several cases of vandalism have been reported at a local park, and police say it's an easy target. Jennifer Lindgren has the story.
This city park is a symbol of pride. 4 acres of trails, slides, sport courts, even a pavilion. A recent $200,000 investment.
We want them to come. That's what we built it for.
And people from all over the county come to Savoy to enjoy it.
The kids enjoy it. It gives them something to do besides just sit home and watch TV.
But lately, this park has been a playground for vandals. A wooden bench sawed off.
Threw it over in the ditch.
An event sign broken.
That's where we put our display.
And this court won't hold a tennis game.
And they tore the tennis nets down.
It all started about a month ago. Police say juveniles may be responsible, but so far they have little to go on. With only 1 police officer on force in Savoy, keeping constant patrol of the park isn't easy. That's why the city is looking at adding extra security like lighting fixtures. A security upgrade that works for larger parks like Fairview and Sherman.
It illuminates the area. I think if you'll look around most of the nicer parks, as long as the vegetation is taken care of and it's not allowed to grow up and around, people can't conceal themselves in it.
No major vandalism at Fairview, something officers attribute to location, lights, and lots of patrolling. In Savoy, the park remains open, but until the vandals are caught, the mayor says major repairs will be needed. Reporting in Savoy, Jennifer Lindgren, First News.
Savoy police are offering a reward for information on the park vandalisms. And in Ardmore, there's an effort to build a new park. Skateboarders from as far away as Edmond took over Main Street today to help support a proposed skate park. Derek Cody has the story.
They're not your typical athletes. Baggy pants, beat-up shoes, and piercings. But this is a new breed of athlete, the skateboarder. Skateboarding has grown into the mainstream over the years, with yearly events like the X Games garnering national attention. And now the Parks and Recreation Department in Ardmore, with some help from local business owners, want to help kids who want to follow the paths with skateboarding greats like Tony Hawk and Bam Margera.
I mean, these guys feel as strongly about their skateboarding as any football player feels about his sport. Baseball, basketball, any of the big 3 that are offered in high school.
A new skate park is in the works here in Ardmore, a place where skateboarders can fine-tune their art. And today, a block of Main Street from A to Washington was shut down for 2 hours for skaters to raise money for the cause and to show off.
You get nervous when people are flying over your head like that?
No, it's like part of skating, and when they wear eyeliner, you know they're really good. Yeah. Hey, it's like one of the rules.
The skate park will cost just over $350,000, but the state will match up to $174,000. The rest of the money will have to be raised by supporters.
You know, anything that the city can do to keep the kids busy, something that they, you know, can do and not get into trouble, or, you know, and something that they like to do, and when they accomplish something, it makes them feel good. So I think it's a good thing.
If the park is built, it would be the only skate park in the Ardmore area. But you never know. Maybe the next X Games star is right here in Carter County. Reporting in Ardmore, Derek Cody, First News.
The event today raised more than $1,500 for the new skate park. Friends and family of a murdered Christian activist say his work must go on. The American hostage was killed in Iraq, but there's still no word on 3 others kidnapped with him. Cheryl Casone has more on that story.
Tom Fox was discovered Thursday. The body of 54-year-old American Tom Fox was discovered Thursday near a Baghdad railway line. His hands bound, his body beaten and cut, gunshot wounds in his head and chest. The Christian peace activist from Virginia and his 3 colleagues were kidnapped November 26th. A few weeks later, his captors released his plea to the press.
A plea for my release from captivity, and also a plea for a release from captivity of all the people of Iraq. We are all suffering from the same fate.
The kidnappers released more pictures of the Christian peace activist in January, but in a video released Tuesday, Fox was not with his colleagues, and many feared the worst. Outside Fox's Quaker church in Virginia, friends saluted his courage.
There are plenty of people out there in the world who are willing to die for war, but there's so few who are willing to die for peace.
Peace remained elusive in Iraq Saturday as many Iraqis died in drive-by shootings. In Washington, President Bush was briefed on conditions in Iraq by Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld. The president says he remains optimistic.
We recognize the nature of this enemy. We're adjusting our tactics to defeat this enemy.
An enemy that has kidnapped 250 foreigners since the U.S.-led invasion began nearly 3 years ago. Tom Fox is the 5th American hostage to die. Cheryl Casone for CBS News.
Still ahead, a possible case of mad cow disease in the U.S. The latest on the Health Beat. And a live look outside, warm and windy, but a few storms brewing out there. Megan has the latest. Plus, on trial for war crimes, Slobodan Milosevic found dead in his cell. That story after the break. First News at 10. We'll be right back.
KXII and Cable One bring you First Alert, an application designed to inform you when severe weather approaches and important news breaks. To download, go to KXII.com, and you are only a few clicks away from having access to the news and weather that matters to you right on your PC desktop. First Alert from Cable One and KXII, Channel 12.
Now, Cable One is taking down all barriers to give you the high-speed internet service you want.
Surplus Building Materials in Valley View, Texas has been your low-price building headquarters for 10 years, bringing you the best prices like tile starting at 25 cents a square foot, laminate flooring starting at 69 cents a square foot, 5/16-inch plywood only $9.95, and 7/16-inch plywood only $12.95. Surplus Building Materials also has foil insulation board for $4.50, treated fence panels for $35, only at Surplus Building Materials. They are easy to find at I-35, exit 483, 10 miles south of Gainesville.
The Whitesboro Health and Rehabilitation Center is an exceptional care provider. For over 20 years, their licensed staff has been meeting the needs of the elderly and special care patients. They specialize in physical, occupational, and speech therapy and offer many activity programs. The Whitesboro Health and Rehabilitation Center has a special care unit for Alzheimer patients with monitoring systems available for added safety. When only the warmest and most home-like environment will do, come to the Whitesboro Health and Rehabilitation Center.
Channel 12 is the best. Happy anniversary from Midway Mall.
Happy anniversary, KXII. You're number one. Always watching you.
An abrupt end to one of history's biggest war crimes trials. Slobodan Milosevic was found dead today. Bianca Solorzano has more on the man known as the Butcher of the Balkans.
Few are expressing sadness over the death of Slobodan Milosevic, former leader of Yugoslavia. The 64-year-old Serbian on trial for war crimes was found in his jail cell Saturday morning. He had been on trial for 4 years on charges of genocide. His death came before the verdict.
It's a tragedy that he's died before we heard the verdict of the court, and I think we needed that verdict.
Milosevic is blamed for spurring the violent disintegration of Yugoslavia during the 1990s. Bloody civil wars that pitted lifelong neighbors against one another because of ethnicity left an estimated 300,000 dead and millions more injured and homeless.
It's over for this monster who wrecked Europe and whose role in the history of modern Europe will always be a very black page.
There are those, however, who never stopped supporting Milosevic and say he was denied proper medical attention. A memorial service was held at the headquarters of his Socialist Party. His autopsy will be performed Sunday in The Hague, Netherlands, against his family's wishes to have the test done in Moscow.
Mr. Milosevic's claim that there were attempts to poison him in the prison.
A Russian and Serbian expert will be allowed to observe the autopsy. Since the wars, Bosnia has been separated into two ethnic-based states, but without a verdict, both are now forced to decide whether the former Yugoslav leader is ultimately responsible for their continued division. Bianca Solorzano, CBS News.
The victims of the Atlanta courthouse shootings were remembered this afternoon. A memorial service was held in Atlanta, Georgia. Today marks the one-year anniversary of a courthouse shooting that left a judge, court reporter, and sheriff's deputy dead. They were gunned down March 11th after an inmate escaped police custody. A federal customs agent was killed later. Today's shooting suspect, Brian Nichols, remains in jail where he awaits trial for capital murder. Let's talk about the weather now, Megan. A few thunderstorms out there.
That's right. We are watching one severe thunderstorm right now in Pushmataha County, located near Eubanks and Medina. It's moving to the northeast at about 50 miles per hour, producing some winds and a little bit of hail. We'll talk more about this coming up next.
I try to have a good time every day. I play Lotto Texas. We all pulled our money, we bought a bunch of numbers, and we won. Some of them screamed.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them cried.
When Jim called it told me I won, I just thought I overslept again.
Some of them screamed and cried.
First thing he says, do you feel like a millionaire?
I put the winning ticket in a sandwich bag to protect it. I thought that was a safe thing to do. I'm Jim. I live in Arlington. My friends and I won $36 million.
Doctors say there are 4 things you can do to reduce stress.
This is a KXII Safe Family Tip.
Stress is a leading killer of middle-aged men. Let off some steam with exercise. Eat well, but don't overeat. Obesity and stress are a killer combination. Make sure you get enough sleep, relax, and refresh yourself. Avoid smoking and drinking, and live a healthier life.
This KXII Safe Family Tip is brought to you by Always Better Care.
Coming March 18th, unlike anything you've ever seen. Choctaw Casino Resort and Coliseum.
Come see us. We'll show you why.
Bull Bash 06. Coming March 18th. 877-208-ROPE. ChoctawColiseum.com.
Started Jeff's Automotive 17 years ago. I'm involved on a day-to-day basis working with my technicians and all my customers, being sure that they're all satisfied and everything is fine. What we do is repair automobiles from one end to the other. One other thing that we offer is an honest opinion whether it's worth fixing or not. So if you need any engine, transmission, or automotive repair, come see me. Jeff's Automotive, Highway 82.
Now, first weather with meteorologist Megan Krannig.
We are watching some thunderstorms out there this afternoon, or this evening I should say. Take a look at Doppler 12 with an X-Rad composite. You can see a little batch over in the LaFleur County area, but the main storm we're watching right now is in the Pushmataha County. This is a severe thunderstorm. It is under a severe thunderstorm warning. It is around the Eubanks, Juanita area. Sorry, I hope I got that right. It is moving to the northeast at about 50 miles per hour. It's capable of producing winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, also heavy rain, cloud-to-ground lightning, and possibly hail the size of pennies there. You can see where it's close to. There's the Eubanks, Juanita area, heading towards the Stanley, Clayton, and Sardis area. It will be making its way that direction in the next couple of minutes. Again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Pushmataha County. It's moving to the northeast, 50 miles per hour. Heavy rain, strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and a little bit of hail as well. And this is only a severe thunderstorm that we have seen today in our area, but the threat is not over. We still have a threat for severe thunderstorms tomorrow. Take a look. SPC has put out a slight risk for areas mainly along and to the east of 75, meaning that well-organized, strong to severe storms are possible tomorrow. And then also a moderate risk, mainly from Bonham eastward, and that just means that more concentrated area of severe storms is possible. Now, even though we saw some clouds today, that didn't stop our high temperatures from reaching well above the normal high of 66. Got up to 80 in Antlers, 83 Durant, 81 in Duncan, and 80 in Marietta. Was 83 in Nakona, 82 in Denton. Got up to 81 at the Grayson County Airport after starting off at a balmy 64 degrees. This time of the year, we should be around 42 and 66 for our high. Temperatures out there right now, it's still warm and